Have you ever wondered how much money you really need to be happy? Is there a magic number that guarantees joy, or is happiness something money can't buy? In today's fast-paced world, we often chase wealth believing it will bring fulfillment, but research shows the story is much more complex. Let's dive into what truly matters and discover how money relates to happiness and where the real balance lies. Today we will talk about how much money is enough to be happy. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. The role of money in meeting basic needs. The question of how much money is enough to be happy is one that has intrigued philosophers, economists, psychologists, and everyday people for centuries. At first glance, the answer might seem straightforward. More money means more happiness because money can buy comfort, security, and experiences that bring joy. However, the relationship between money and happiness is much more complex and nuanced. Understanding how money influences happiness requires us to consider psychological well-being, societal norms, individual circumstances, and deeper human values beyond mere financial wealth. To begin with, it is important to recognize that money is a tool, not an end goal. Money enables people to meet their basic needs such as food, shelter, clothing, and healthcare. For individuals struggling to meet these fundamental necessities, having enough money to live comfortably clearly enhances happiness. When people lack sufficient income to secure these essentials, their stress levels increase significantly, and their quality of life suffers. In this context, having enough money means having enough to live without the constant anxiety of financial instability. Research shows that for people in poverty or near poverty, increases in income correlate strongly with increases in life satisfaction. Simply put, when your income is low, more money can drastically improve your well-being. The law of diminishing returns. Beyond basic security. However, beyond meeting basic needs, the connection between money and happiness becomes less direct and more complicated. Once financial security is achieved, the additional happiness gained from more money tends to diminish. This phenomenon, known as the law of diminishing marginal utility, suggests that every extra dollar earned adds less to overall happiness than the previous one. For example, a person earning $50,000 annually might feel a significant improvement in happiness if their income increases to $75,000, but someone earning $500,000 might not feel a noticeable increase in happiness if their income rises to $525,000. The emotional impact of extra money decreases as income grows, indicating that money alone cannot buy unlimited happiness. Key research findings on income and happiness. Psychological studies have explored this dynamic in detail. One of the most famous investigations was conducted by Daniel Kahneman and Angus Deaton, who in 2010 published a study showing that emotional well-being rises with income up to about $75,000 a year in the United States. But beyond that point, additional income does not significantly increase day-to-day happiness. This threshold is often cited as a benchmark for enough money to live happily, though it varies greatly depending on cost of living, cultural factors, and individual preferences. The idea here is that once people have enough to cover their essentials, to enjoy leisure, and to reduce stress caused by financial worries, more money offers diminishing returns on emotional well-being. Emotional well-being versus life satisfaction. Nevertheless, it is essential to differentiate between two aspects of happiness when discussing money: moment-to-moment emotional well-being and overall life evaluation. Moment-to-moment happiness involves how good people feel on a daily basis, their emotional experiences of joy, sadness, or stress. Life evaluation refers to how people perceive their life as a whole, their satisfaction with their life story, and achievements. While money has a stronger impact on life evaluation, moment-to-moment happiness seems to plateau after reaching a comfortable income. This means that wealthier people might rate their lives as better overall, but they do not necessarily feel happier every day. How spending money influences happiness. Moreover, the way money is spent influences its effect on happiness, more than the amount itself. Studies have shown that spending money on experiences rather than material goods tends to bring more lasting joy. Experiences such as traveling, attending concerts, or dining out create memories and social connections that enrich life. Material possessions might bring temporary satisfaction, but tend to fade quickly, sometimes even creating stress due to maintenance, comparison, or clutter. Additionally, spending money on others, such as through gifts or charitable donations, often produces greater happiness than spending solely on oneself. Acts of generosity foster social bonds and a sense of purpose, which are vital components of well-being. The impact of culture and social comparison. Cultural and societal factors also play a huge role in how money relates to happiness. In societies where economic inequality is high and social comparison is prevalent, the pursuit of wealth might lead to stress, envy, and dissatisfaction, even among those who are financially well off. People often measure their happiness relative to others, and this social comparison can overshadow absolute income levels. For instance, an individual earning $80,000 annually might feel less happy living in a neighborhood of millionaires compared to someone earning $50,000 in a community where incomes are generally lower. This effect underscores that money's influence on happiness is not just about the absolute amount but also about relative standing, social acceptance, and perceived fairness. Individual differences in the money-happiness relationship. Individual differences further complicate the notion of how much money is enough to be happy. Personality traits, values, life goals, and psychological resilience all mediate how people perceive and use money. Some individuals find happiness in simple, frugal living and meaningful relationships rather than in luxury or consumption. Others may prioritize financial success as a source of identity and accomplishment. Factors like gratitude, optimism, and emotional intelligence can also influence how much happiness one derives from their financial situation. For example, two people with identical incomes may experience very different levels of happiness depending on their mindset and how they manage their money. The hedonic treadmill and adaptation. Another important consideration is the psychological phenomenon of the hedonic treadmill or adaptation. Humans tend to quickly get used to improved circumstances, including increased wealth, returning to a baseline level of happiness over time. This means that an initial boost in happiness from acquiring more money or possessions fades as they become the new normal. Consequently, chasing higher income as a route to lasting happiness is often futile. People adapt to their gains and require ever-increasing amounts of money or new experiences to maintain the same level of happiness, potentially leading to a never-ending cycle of desire. Financial security is the foundation for peace of mind. Financial security, however, remains a key foundation for happiness. The fear of losing money or facing unexpected expenses can create chronic stress, which harms mental health and life satisfaction. Having an emergency fund, stable income, and savings for retirement provides peace of mind that money can mitigate. The feeling of control over one's financial future is a crucial aspect of happiness. Therefore, enough money can also be defined as the amount that gives individuals confidence in their ability to handle life's uncertainties without undue worry. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up. Leave a comment and click the button to subscribe.